Well, hello, my goslings, if I may call you that, a gosling being a child goose. Oh, wonderful, thank you. Well, I'm so glad you could join me on this wonderful day. I'm Mother Goose Emily, and I'll be your Mother Goose for today. So, what do you like to do when the weather gets stormy, or windy, or rainy? When it's not sunny, what's your favorite go-to activity? Do you like to play outdoors still? Do you like to play indoors? What do you like to do? Well, today's book is called Storm, and we're going to figure out what a little boy and his grandfather like to do. So today's book, Storm, was written by Sam Usher. As usual, I borrowed this book from my local library, and if you enjoy it, I'd recommend you check out your local library and see if they have a copy, or another book you might love just as much. I believe Sam has written a number of other books like this one, focusing on the weather. So, Storm. Let's get into it, shall we? So our story starts. When I woke up this morning, the wind was rattling the windows. I couldn't wait to go outside. Here's our little boy. Look at all the wind. Look at the wind blowing all those leaves around. It's really going, isn't it? I can't wait to go outside. I wonder what he wants to do. What is he gonna do? Do you have any ideas? What would you do outside on a really windy day? I said, Granddad, we could kick up the leaves. Swoop and fly and lean into the wind. Granddad said it's the perfect day to fly the kite, but we'll have to find it first. Look, and that's what he wants to do outside. He wants to kick up the leaves. Do you ever do that? Just see how far they'll fly. They can lean into the wind and pretend they're swooping and flying. It's fun to pretend to fly when it's really windy out like that. And Granddad says, let's fly a kite. It's really windy. It's the perfect day to do that. Outside, the wind blew and blew. There are people trying to walk. Look, there's a little kid with their balloon, and it's sideways the wind's blowing so much. There's leaves everywhere. The trees are blowing. Look, do you see that? Bend over in the background. I wonder what they'll do. They're gonna try and fly their kite in this. We looked for the kite in the cabinet. I said, Granddad, it's your cricket bat. I remember this. And Granddad said, so do I. Look, they're in their cabinet. They've got lots of stuff in their cabinet by the looks of it. What are a couple things you can see? One of the things they found was the cricket bat. And they're playing together. They must have used it together before because they both remember it. And they're having fun playing with that too. As they're looking for the kite, they got a bit distracted. Do you ever do that when you're cleaning? You find something and you play with it a bit or remember it before moving on? The wind whooshed and whistled. Uh-oh. Someone trying to clean up all those leaves. And there's a boat outside, but everything is still blowing, and it looks like the trees have lost a lot of their leaves. It is really windy out. So we looked in the study, and I said, remember when you let me mail that important letter? And Granddad said, ah, yes, so I did. We went by boat. And there the two of them are. Lots of letters. They're sharing the different memories they have together and the different adventures they've been on. sailor captain hat on. Have you ever been sailing or on a boat? Have you ever been on the ferry? How do you find it, being out on the water? The wind gushed and howled. Oh, goodness. The man who was cleaning up before is now just trying to hold on. It's really windy. Do you see that? Wonder if they're going to be able to fly the kite in this weather. But we still hadn't found the kite. So we looked under the stairs and I said, "Granddad, it's your telescope. Do you remember our expedition?" I wonder what sort of expedition they went on. Got lots of different adventures they've been on and things around, haven't they? Granddad said, "Yes, we went into a secret cave and had a perfect picnic. We kept searching. We thought we'd never find the kite. Then I shouted, 'Granddad, look!' And Granddad said, 'Yes, you found it.'" So they went into a secret cave and had a nice picnic. What about that? Do you ever go exploring, or do you have the perfect picnic spot? And then we have the little boys found what looks like it might be the tail of the kite. They finally found it. I wonder how it's going to go when they fly the kite. How windy it is. Do you think it's a good time to fly the kite? What do you think? Will it go well? We were off to the park at last. And there they are, all dressed up warmly. They've got their scarves and hats and coats. That much wind, it was probably colder. The kite flew so high. They're standing together, flying the kite. Do you ever fly a kite? Fly it with family? It's going well so far. You think, is it going to stay that way? Granddad said, "Hold on tight." Oh no. Look, them and a bunch of other people flying kites are all being lifted up. Oh my goodness. It's a really strong wind, isn't it? Oh my, what's going to happen? They're being lifted up. We swooped and flew, but then I let go. Oh no, look, all of these kites, I wonder how they're not getting tangled. But oh my goodness, he let go. What's going to happen? You're going to fall? But Granddad caught it. He said, "There's a storm brewing. Let's head for home." So Granddad caught them. They're okay. They're still flying high with all the other kites. But there's a storm brewing, and you should never fly a kite in a storm. And so they're going home. I wonder how they're going to manage that while being up in the air. There's a storm brewing. Let's head for home. We prepared for the landing. Looks like they were somehow able to direct the kite. And they're headed home. What do you think? Gonna land okay? Really getting dark. It's dark and stormy. So we prepared for landing. Back at home, Granddad said, "The best adventure is an adventure shared," and I agreed. I hope it storms again tomorrow. And there they are at home eating their dinner together, talking about their wonderful adventure. And they made it home. They flew their kite, and the kite flew them too, it seems like. But they had fun, and they made it home safely before the storm. I'm sure there are lots of fun things you can do in a storm too. But as I said, you should never fly your kite in a storm. Yeah, what is your favorite stormy day activity or windy? I would love to hear about them. Okay, that sounds delightful. So, our song today is called "The Wind Came Out to Play." Are you ready? It goes. The wind came out to play one day, It swept the clouds out of his way, it blew the leaves, and away they flew. The trees bent low and their branches did too. It blew the wind blew the ships out, great big ships out at sea. The wind blew the kite away from me. Oh no, just like the song. The wind can be, or just like the story, sorry, the wind can be quite strong at times, just like with all nature. You should respect it. And you can harness the wind for energy to, as the song said, blow the great big ships out at sea. But yeah, and that's our song and story for today. I am so glad you could join me. We just have our goodbye song left. Would you sing it with me? All right, let's start. It goes, see you later, alligator, in a while, crocodile, give a hug, ladybug, blow a kiss, jellyfish. See you soon, big baboon, out the door, dinosaur, take care, polar bear, wave goodbye, butterfly. I'm so glad you could join me today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, that you get to do something you enjoy in, no matter the weather. Bye-bye, butterfly.